Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mimi and this is Mimi React. On this channel, I react to TV shows, pop culture news, and all the things. So we're gonna make this video real quick because it's not that much things to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about, it's Rashida and her husband Kirk. I saw an interview, a clip of an interview. I didn't watch the entire interview, but I saw an interview and I actually like how they responded to the question that they were asked. They pretty much asked them how the dynamic has been between, Rashida and her stepson. I think his name is Cameron. I don't know his name, but the child that Kirk had on Rashida doing Love and Hip Hop. If you watch Love and Hip Hop, you saw that whole story transpire through the years. So Rashida and her husband been married over 25 years, and she said they've been together for about 30 years. And there was a time they were going through a rocky season in their marriage, and he had a baby on her. We saw all of that, unfold on TV, and it was a huge conversation. It's still a huge conversation for years now. So, but they ask, what the dynamic is like, how, the boy is loved, how, because Rashida not often, but sometimes she posts pictures with him on her social media, and Kirk also posts pictures, so they can see that they're very involved in this child's life. And so I like what Rashida said. She said that she treat that child just like her own, and the reason is because when she chose to forgive her husband, when he cheated and this child was conceived, when she chose to forgive her husband, she chose to forgive everything that comes with that situation. And I think that's how it should be, because the child did not ask to be here. He did not ask to be here. He's an innocent child.
You recently made a post about how you get a lot of hate because people expect for you not to accept your child.
Yes.
And I think it's so beautiful to see the dynamic and to see how much you and Rashida love him. As a woman, why was it so important for you to showcase?
It was just me living my regular real life. And just to wrap it up in a nutshell, we've been married for 25 years, right? And we've been together for 30 plus. And relationships, marriage, and everything, it has its ups and downs. You go through a lot, your tests and all of that. However, when we went through our situation and I forgave my husband, I have to also forgive everything that comes along with that. And it's a process, and it's a growth thing. But at the end of the day, there's a child involved who, for me first, I'm a mom because I have children. And one thing I never want him to feel is a lack of love at any time. And I don't ever want him to feel as though, stepping into this when he's old enough to really realize what's going on, that he felt any difference of love from myself than he would feel from the other side of his family.
Cannon is a little dude, but he's very smart, and he's about to be 10. But, you got these kids who ask him all the questions. So is that really like your dad and your stepmom and them really your brothers? And so when he keeps asking those questions because they bother him a lot, I want people to understand, no, Cannon is very much around. We just don't show him to you guys all the time because all y'all do is look for the negative in it. And he's such a sweet kid and lovable. And again, when that happened, there was things going on in our relationship that people didn't get to know. But
imagine a wife that's so terrible where her husband cheated and had a child, and then treating the child like the child has anything to do with the situation, or be mean and nasty to the child. It's like you're just a mean person if that was Rashida, right? But the child has nothing to do with the situation. He's an innocent child. And I'm so glad that, how, after she forgave her husband and, she still, because sometimes people can forgive, but they don't want to have anything to do with that child. They'll be like, keep that child away from me. But, she embraced the child comes over, they spend time as a family. And I think that's beautiful. And I like how she said that. She also said that she doesn't want him to get older and see all the things that happen through the internet, or even realize that he is not loved as his other siblings because that's his stepmom. So she says she doesn't want him to be able to differentiate the love that he gets, because he wants to be loved the same as the way he loved from his mother's side. And I think that was just beautiful and mature of her to say and do. And Kirk always also says something that, the son at school, his friends usually ask him, oh, is that your dad? Is that your stepmom? Like, just, you know how kids are. As they get older, you know, their parents probably talk about the situation at home. And he said that his son get like, he didn't say bully, but kind of bully his friends, asking him about his family dynamic and situation. So Kirk wanted to address that. So I guess parents should talk to their kids, because not every child at school comes from a two-parent household. Not every child at school comes from a healthy household. Because some kids come from two-parent household, but it's very toxic in the house. So I think that was a very, very good response that they give, and I like Rashida for that. But I just love that. I just love how she responded, and I just love how they decided to handle the whole situation. Kirk said something too. Kirk said this boy, you know, the son from Jasmine, who is the baby mama, that son is always around. They just don't show him a lot on the TV or on social media, because they don't want people to always picking at the negative. And I think that's beautiful. The fact that he's always around with his other siblings, there's always there's always, you know, love with him, you know, being around his other siblings, around his dad, around his stepmom. And I'm sure when he goes home, he still feels loved and be treated with love and things like that. So I thought that was beautiful. And let me know how you guys feel about that response, because some people might respond different. Some people might be like, no, you cheated on me, F you, F that son, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. But I thought that was mature, because especially, like I said, the child has nothing to do with it. The child is innocent. The child is innocent. The child has nothing to do with it. Some people will stay and some people won't. Some people, even if they're married, they will not stay if a man had a baby on them. They will leave. But Rashida chose to stay. And when she chose to stay, she knew what she was dealing with. And that's exactly what she did. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'm sure you guys probably saw this. Ray J. Y'all, I really don't know what's going on with Ray J. I'm really like, this is not funny. I am extremely concerned when it comes to Ray J, because lately the part of Ray J that we've seen on social media, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. What's his name? Kirk Franklin's show, Den of Kings, I think that's what it's called, Den of Kings. There was an episode with Ray J on there and some other gentlemen. That episode, Ray J was just not looking right. He was not looking right. He was not sounding right. He sounded drunk. And then I think towards the end of the episode, he even left at one point because he got into it with one of the gentlemen. But that is not what I really want to talk about in this video. What I want to talk about in this video is a video that I saw where he was recently performing. And the way he was dressed, the way he looked, he just looked like he's letting himself go. Because you could tell how like how people look, not all the time, but a lot of times how people look physically reflect on what they're going through. Because Ray J has always been fit. He has always had like muscular figure, or like, right? He has always looked like good looking. Ray J used to, you know, like he has always had the charm, and he is, I don't know. But this video that I saw, I'm gonna put it here for you guys. This video that I saw showed a different type of Ray J. Not only that he looked like it's not okay because he's letting himself go. He physically don't look healthy, but also he looks, the way he's dressed, the way first off, he looks drunk, right? He looks drunk. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he was in this video, but he looks drunk. And then also he dressed like, he's almost looking like someone who's homeless in this video. And I'm just wondering, like, what is going on? Because I know him and Brandy don't really have the healthy relationship right now, but that's sibling. Him and Brandy have been going back and forth for years. One season, they're good, they're fine, things are going great between them. And then the next season, he's speaking nasty or horrible things about Brandy. So recently, not long ago, he did make I think on a podcast where he talked about him and Brandy's relationship is not the greatest right now. And I don't know what his relationship is right now with Princess, the mother of his children, or even his family. But one thing I would say that I've noticed through the years, when Ray J is in good terms with family, including Princess and his sister, his parents, he's not the healthiest. He looks the healthiest. So I don't know what's going on. It might be something that has to do with family issue, or it might be just the industry sucking the life out of him. But Ray J is not looking good, and I'm truly concerned. Like, I am truly concerned. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is somebody gonna step up and say something, or somebody gonna try to get this man help? Because the episode I was talking about, when he was on Kirk Franklin's podcast, he really looked like he wasn't okay. He looked drunk. He looked like he was going through a lot mentally. He did not even want to talk about some topics when it comes to like family, when it comes to mental health. He did not want to address a lot of those things. And I just looked at him through the camera and I'm like, this man is going through some stuff. And I'm really, and I'm not really like a big Ray J fan, because I don't like, I do know his songs like that, but I don't really follow him as a celebrity to see what he's doing. I've not like, I don't even know any song that he has released in the past 10 years, right? I know, of course, the classic, the One Wish, you know, all of those, you know, his classic back in the day. But I don't know, like, I've not followed him, because sometimes a lot of these celebrities, even though they're not releasing music, but they have other business adventures. So I don't really know what he's been up to. But I just know when I saw him on that podcast, he just did not look good. He just did not look good. And now this video got me really concerned, because this is somebody's dad. This is somebody's brother. This is somebody's son, somebody's friend. And I'm like, what is Hollywood doing to this guy? Like, he just does not look good at all. He just does not look good. And, you know, let me know how y'all feel about that. And, you know, if you will, just say a prayer for him. Because I know it's probably weird saying a prayer for a celebrity that you don't know, but just act like he's your next door neighbor and just say a prayer for him, because I'm truly concerned. I am truly concerned for him. I am. So the last thing I want to talk about here, this is good news. You know, I don't always talk about negative things. I'm not always reacting to negative things. I like to bring positive things as well on this channel. So the good thing, you know, I've talked about this couple before, but this put a smile on my face when I saw this 2 days ago. Well, yesterday, a friend of mine actually sent it to me. She sent me a link. But AD and Ali from Love is Blind, they are actually married. You know, I did talk about them in the past, where, you know, they announced that they were pregnant. Ali is from Love and Hip Hop. Ali is from Love is Blind UK, and AD is from Love is Blind US. We know AD and Clay, that season was a huge conversation, and, you know, they didn't work out. And then they met, Ali and AD met on Perfect Match, and Perfect Match was beautiful. I watched that episode, was nice, you know. And now they're having a baby and they are married. I like how they did that, because I appreciate the fact that the child is gonna get here with mom and dad being husband and wife. You know how people say, oh yeah, you having a child out of wedlock, even though the child was conceived out of wedlock, but a child will be delivered in marriage. I think that's beautiful. No offense to anybody that have a child out of wedlock, because situations happen and there's no judgment in that. But I just love how they did it that way, because it's never too late to fix, I guess, your mistakes, if I guess some people want to call it a mistake. And I don't think these people are big Christians anyway. They probably just want to do things for their own sake. But I love that, you know, they looked beautiful in these wedding pictures, and I love it for them. I remember that they said that they're going to do 2 weddings. They said they wanted to do one in America. They wanted to do one in the UK. So I don't know if that's still their plan. Maybe they're going to have something done in the UK, but it was just beautiful to see. I am so happy to see her so happy, and so, you know, like smiling and everything, because she went through a lot during her season with Clay. I was so pissed and angry at Clay. I'm like, and she was just in that season. Oh, she said this to herself after that. You know, she said that she was naive. She was, I guess, dumb or whatever. But the way she came off in that season is she just looked like a pick-me. And that's what she was. But I'm so glad now that she has come from that image, that person that she was, and she has matured so much. And her and Ali, they you know, they look beautiful, and I wish them the best. I hope, you know, everything works out for them, whatever plan that they have, because now they're going into parenthood. Parenthood is not an easy hood, okay? It's not. It's going to take a community to raise a healthy and happy child, and I wish them all the best. And you know, I am so happy for them. But I thought what was so beautiful is the fact that they announced their marriage the same week that Love is Blind, the season that just ended. Literally nobody got married on the season. And the reason why I didn't react to that season is because I always react to Love is Blind. But the only reason why I didn't react to this season is because I watched to like episode 3 or 4, and I just was not interested anymore. It just was not doing it for me. Edmund and the girl that he was with, it just was not given. I'm like, no, this is childish. And I'm like, none of these people deserve to be on the season. That was just my opinion. I feel like all of them needed to be in therapy instead of being on Love is Blind. That's just my opinion. I'm like, I'm not reacting to this. So I did not watch it after episode 3 or 4, but I have been watching Jessie Woo's reaction video. So that's how I found out that nobody on the season got married. So I'm like, oh, I don't even feel bad for not watching the entire season, because all of these people that finished it, they're all complaining about wasting their time. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I knew it wasn't going to be anything. So, but I thought it was funny how everybody was so disappointed about this season of Love is Blind, and then boom, AD and Ali announced that they are married. And I was like, oh, that's good. At least nobody got married here, but we got another married from the Love is Blind franchise, so which is good. And you know, I thought that was beautiful. And yeah, so let me know how you guys feel about this video. Let me know how y'all feel about everything I talked about. If you are new to the channel and you like these type of videos, or you like what I said or how I do things on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see y'all in another video. Bye.